She knew she couldn't hide it anymore. With a trembling voice, she stammered, "Honey, I'm so sorry. I lost all our family's money playing cards." She didn't dare admit that Yvonne had tricked her. The Wilson family was still desperately searching for Yvonne, and if Elaine told the truth, they'd be at her door in no time. She wasn't worried about Charlie, mostly because she didn't want to bring more trouble on herself. After all, it was Mr. Orville who had sent all those people to that black coal mine. They were all missing now, and if the truth about that came out, she would definitely be implicated. So she had to stick to the story that she'd lost the money gambling. There was no way she could mention Yvonne had set her up. When Jacob heard she had lost over $2 million in a card game, he completely lost it. He couldn't control his rage and slapped Elaine hard across the face. "You lost more than $2 million?" he yelled. "You wasteful woman! Do you have any idea how many years of our savings that was?" In all the years Elaine had been married to Jacob, he had never hit her. It was a hard, stinging slap that left her reeling. Elaine held her cheek for a moment, her shock turning to fury. "Jacob, you dare hit me?" she shrieked. "Huh, hit you?" Jacob snarled, his teeth clenched. "I'm just getting started." This time, Jacob was beyond furious. "This is what you get for gambling." "This is what you get. You took all our hard-earned money and just threw it away. I'm going to divorce you." Claire looked on in horror and rushed to break them apart, but Jacob shoved her back. "Nobody stops me today. I'm cutting all ties with her for good." By now, Elaine felt like she was going to explode with rage. But when she heard the word divorce, a wave of panic washed over her. She knew Jacob. When a man who rarely gets angry finally explodes like this, you know it's serious. He wanted a divorce. What would she do? She'd be helpless. The last thing Elaine wanted was a divorce, so she had no choice but to endure it. She burst into tears. "Honey, I was wrong. I was so wrong, honey. Please, forgive me." As she spoke, her legs gave out and she collapsed, hugging Jacob's legs. She sobbed, "Honey, I didn't mean to lose so much money. I just got caught up in the game and wasn't thinking straight, and then it was all gone. I'm begging you, please forgive me. I really know I was wrong." "You know it's wrong?" Jacob seethed. "If you knew it was wrong, why didn't you tell me the money was gone? Why lie to my face? Did you think I'd never look at the bank account and this would just blow over? Do you think you can just kneel here and cry and I'll forgive you? I'm telling you, Elaine, you're dreaming. This marriage is over. I'm going to the county clerk's office first thing tomorrow morning to file for divorce. We are done." Hearing this, Claire couldn't take it anymore. She was their daughter. How could she possibly stand by and watch her parents get divorced? Besides, her parents were getting older. They're going to need each other. A divorce now would just make them both miserable. More importantly, where would they even live after a divorce? We only have this one apartment. Sure, there's the villa, but that was a gift to Charlie. I've always felt like we couldn't count on that villa, like we could lose it any day. So we can't just kick Dad or Mom out of the house, right? On top of that, my company is just getting off the ground. Everyone's been so supportive, but it's still tiny and needs every penny. We don't have the money to buy either of them a separate place to live. If this family splits up now, it'll tear us all apart. Everyone loses. So Claire could only plead, "Oh, Dad, Mom admitted she was wrong. Please don't be so hard on her. Can you just forgive her this one time? Please?" She quickly added, "It's just money. We can always make more. The company is doing pretty well. I'm sure we'll be making a lot more in the future." Jacob said, "This isn't about the $2 million, Claire. It's about her character. She took our entire family's savings and was completely irresponsible. She lost it all and wasn't even going to tell us. I will never forgive her for that." Then, Jacob continued, "Just think about it. She lost all our money and kept it a secret. What if I get into another car accident like last time? What if I'm dying and need money for emergency surgery and she doesn't have it because she gambled it away? What would I do then? What if that happened to you or Charlie? That money wasn't just savings. It was our safety net for the future. She has been completely irresponsible with our lives. Why should we keep someone like that in this house? In my opinion, it's better to make a clean break now so she can't hurt us again in the future. Claire, not knowing what to say. What her dad said was true. For her mom to lose that much money all at once, it was a terrible thing to do. But still, that was her mother. Elaine was terrified by Jacob's firm tone. She grabbed his legs tightly, groveling and crying. "My husband! You can't divorce me! I can't live without you! I really know I was wrong. Please, just forgive me this time. If you don't, what's the point of living? I might as well be dead!" With that, she let go of Jacob's legs and ran for the balcony. Claire was startled and hurried to catch up. They lived on the 15th floor. Jacob watched her go with a cold expression and blurted out, "Just leave her alone. Let her put on her show. I don't believe for a second she'll do it." Crying, making a scene. Your mother is a master of this drama. She's had years to perfect the act. When Elaine heard this, she screamed, "Jacob, are you really trying to kill me? Fine, then I'll really jump and you can live with the guilt forever." After saying that, she rushed to the balcony, threw open the window, and started to climb out. Claire rushed forward and grabbed her around the waist, crying, "Mom, what are you doing? Let's just talk about this." Elaine burst into tears. "What is there to talk about? Your father is so cruel. He wants me dead. How can I even go on living after this?" On the balcony, Claire hugged Elaine, crying as she spoke. "Mom, Dad is just angry. Give him some time and he'll cool down. Please, don't think like this." Elaine clung to the window ledge. "My dear daughter, don't try to stop me. In the future, when you're celebrating holidays, don't forget to burn some money for your mom. And don't talk to Charlie, that ungrateful son. Unlike him, who won't even burn paper for his own dead parents. My folks have no money to spend in the afterlife, so they have to come to me in my dreams, begging me to burn checks for them." Charlie's face went pale when he heard this. Elaine, you really are something else. That time in the hospital, I accidentally gave you that $100 million check, and you almost cashed in on a massive windfall. Luckily, you didn't believe it was real and came back to me with it. If you had actually managed to exchange that for $100 million in cash, you'd be setting the sky on fire with all the money you'd be burning. This just proves you aren't destined to be rich. He couldn't help but pray in his heart. "Jacob, you have to be strong this time. You must divorce this woman. When you do, I'll take care of you. I've got plenty of money. I'll give you a little spending money, enough for you to live comfortably. Who knows, you might even meet a nice lady and get a new lease on life." At that moment, Claire was completely distraught. She sobbed, "Mom, what could be so bad? Even if you and Dad really get a divorce, can't you go on living? Why can't you see that?" Elaine cried out even louder, "I started dating your dad when I was just a girl. I got pregnant before we were even married. You can't imagine how many people whispered and pointed fingers at me. But I wasn't angry, and I never complained. I just wanted to build a good life with your dad. Who would have thought that after all these years of suffering and hard work, he would want to divorce me?" She then shouted in despair, "Why should I even keep living?" Almost everyone in the community heard Elaine's shouts from the balcony. Soon someone from downstairs yelled up, "Miss, don't do it! What's more important than being alive?" "Yeah, lady," another voice called. "My husband is keeping a mistress, and I never thought about doing this." Then a man shouted angrily, "Damn it, you crazy lady! You'll drag down the property values for all of us." As soon as Elaine heard that, she exploded. "Who said that? I'll do whatever I want. And after I'm dead, I'll come back and haunt you. I'll haunt your whole family. I'll kill every last one of you and teach you to keep your mouth shut." A dead silence fell over the courtyard. No one expected Elaine's fighting spirit to be so fierce, or for her to spew such curses. When Elaine saw that the person who had spoken had gone quiet, she immediately doubled down. "Hey, why aren't you talking now? I'm telling you, you won't live to see tomorrow. Your whole family is going to die violently tonight. Your mother will get hit by a car, your father will get mauled by a dog, and your wife and kids will be struck by lightning." The whole community was in shock. What kind of hatred could lead to a curse like that? Just then, someone yelled from outside, "You better believe it, you crazy woman! I'll come up there!" Elaine wasn't scared in the slightest. "Come on then, you bastard," she blurted out. "You think I'm afraid of you? I'm telling you, I don't even want to live anymore, so I'll gladly take you down with me." After a moment, Elaine added, "Be a man and give me your apartment number. I'll come to your door right now. I will haunt you forever." Hearing that, the other person was immediately stunned into silence. A ruthless person like Elaine was not someone an ordinary person could mess with. Who was Elaine? She could go up against anyone and not back down. How could a normal person be her opponent? Elaine sneered when she saw the man back down. "That punk still dares to act tough in front of me? I could stand in front of your house and curse you out for 3 weeks straight. I've been doing this for over 40 years. I could cuss you out so bad your own mother wouldn't recognize you." Claire was at her breaking point. On one hand, her dad wanted a divorce, and on the other, her mom was threatening to do something drastic. And in the middle of all that, her mom was having a huge screaming match from the balcony with some random person she couldn't even see. The whole thing was just mortifying. Jacob was freaking out a little too. He knew Elaine could fight dirty, but he never imagined she could be this vicious. If he actually went through with the divorce, would she follow him around for the rest of his life just screaming at him? How would a life like that be any different from hell? Thinking about it, Jacob sighed. He knew, deep down, that this divorce wasn't going to happen today. Even if he could leave, Jacob still didn't have the guts to go through with it. After her triumphant tirade on the balcony, Elaine paused for a few minutes before coming back down. She dusted herself off, walked back into the house, and looked straight at Jacob. "Jacob, you can have your divorce," she said, "but the house is mine. You'll give me $50,000 a month for living expenses, and you are not allowed to move into the Thompson villa with us. You get out of here with nothing and figure out how to live on your own." Jacob was furious and snapped, "Why? You're the one to blame here. You're the one who should be leaving with nothing, not me." Elaine scoffed. "You want to drive me away? In your dreams. I'm not going anywhere. In fact, I'm going to live in the Thompson villa." "How can you be so shameless?" Jacob was going crazy. What the hell just happened? A minute ago, he had the upper hand. How did Elaine manage to completely dominate him again in the blink of an eye? Elaine just smirked dismissively. "I am shameless. What are you going to do about it? Let me tell you, if you try to divorce me, I will make your life a living hell. I have nothing to lose. Don't believe me? Go ahead and try." Tears of pure frustration welled up in Jacob's eyes. Charlie, who had been watching the whole thing, could only sigh. It was clear that Jacob had lost this round, big time, and the worst part was seeing how completely miserable he was about it. It was like watching Jacob launch a final, all-out attack, about to take the enemy's base and win the game. But then, out of nowhere, the opponent came storming back, tore down his own base, and pulled off a stunning counterattack, a total wipeout. Game over. Charlie couldn't help but feel terrible for him. Jacob was completely cornered now. He had no idea what to do. He was totally stuck. If he filed for divorce, he might be free. But that, Elaine would probably hunt him down like a dog for the rest of his life. But if he stayed, it was unbearable. The misery was so overwhelming he felt like he wanted to die. Just then, Claire jumped in to break up the fight. "Mom, Dad, please stop fighting," she said. "What's done is done. Can't we just try to have a peaceful life from now on? You both need to compromise. Mom, you stop worrying about the money and play less poker. And Dad, you can manage the money, but you have to stop bringing up the past." Jacob looked miserable. "I'll be in charge of the money from now on? What money is there for me to manage?" When Elaine saw that Jacob was about to give in, she quickly changed her tune. "Oh, honey," she said, "we're definitely going to be making money from now on. When the company starts earning, Claire will give the profits to us. You can hold on to all of it. You'll be in charge of our family's finances from now on, okay?" Jacob felt a little better when he heard this. He figured that if he went head-to-head with Elaine, he probably wouldn't win. So he just took the easy way out she was offering. Elaine thought to herself, Jacob, you really think you can win against me? Right now I don't have any money, so him being in charge of the finances is just an empty title. As soon as I have money again, I'll be taking that power right back. Feeling pretty smug about her plan, she quickly sweet-talked Jacob. Honey, you're so sweet. Tomorrow, I'll cook for you myself and make your favorite garlic butter shrimp. Seeing that her parents had gotten through this fight, Claire was relieved, but Charlie was just disappointed. The old master was so frustratingly stubborn. He had been so close to finally standing up for himself, and now he had just caved again. It was hopeless. But still, it was his life. If he chose to keep suffering in this mess, that was his choice. When the whole drama was over, Charlie and Claire went back to their room, each lost in their own thoughts. Inside the room, Claire had a sad look on her face. Charlie quickly asked, Honey, what's wrong? Claire shook her head and sighed. I just don't know what to do about my mom. Over $2 million, gone, just like that. Charlie tried to comfort her. Honey, don't worry about the money too much. We can always earn it back. I'm not worried about the money, Claire said. I'm worried about her. I mean, my mom is just... she's never going to change. Charlie said helplessly, There's nothing we can do. You know what she's like better than anyone. Claire nodded and sighed again. That's the problem. I know there's nothing I can do. I can tell she doesn't regret it at all. The second Dad's not around, she'll go right back to her old ways. Charlie comforted her, saying, Don't think about it so much right now. You have a lot on your plate with your business. Try not to worry so much about what's happening at home. Your parents aren't kids anymore, they're adults. They can figure out their own problems. They'll work it out. After a moment, Charlie spoke again. About buying the furniture and appliances for the Thompson place. Don't worry, I'll figure something out. Claire asked, surprised. What do you mean? What could you possibly do? Charlie said, I actually have another energy alignment job lined up in the next couple of days. I should be able to make some good money from it. Then we can just use that to buy the furniture and appliances, and we'll be all set to move in. Claire said with a hint of worry, I just get scared about you always doing this energy alignment stuff. What if one day it doesn't go well and you tick someone off? After all, these are all powerful people you're dealing with. Charlie smiled. I don't just do this energy alignment for anyone, you know. Usually when I do a reading, it really has an effect. Just think about the head of the Smith family. A guy like that, who built a family fortune of over $100 billion, is no fool. If this energy alignment stuff was completely useless, why would someone like him believe me? Claire hesitated for a second, then gave a small nod. That does make sense. Then Claire added, Just promise me you won't lie or cause any trouble. Don't be like my mother, okay? Understand? Charlie nodded and smiled. Don't worry, honey. I know what I'm doing. Yeah, Claire said. I'm going to take a shower. Later, as Charlie and Claire were lying down and getting ready for bed, a heavy helicopter roared over the city of Savannah. Roman and Bradley, the father and son duo, had spent 2 hours on the helicopter, finally arriving over their family's lavish estate, the Wells Mansion in Savannah. The entire Wells family was waiting for them on the sprawling lawn of the mansion. They already knew something terrible had happened to them in Orris Hill. Now, they were all gathered to greet them and offer some comfort. Rowan was there too, standing with his mother on the edge of the lawn. Aboard the helicopter, as it descended, Roman and Bradley could see their family waiting on the ground below. Both of them were in tears. The experience in Orris Hill had been like purgatory, and it had made them suffer terribly. Now that they were finally home, they were overcome with emotion. When the helicopter landed and the door slid open, the Wells family staff rushed to help the father and son, along with Keon and his 4 men, off the aircraft. Seeing that both the father and son had broken legs, and that Bradley's hand was broken as well, the whole Wells family was in shock. Both father and son were crying, their faces red with shame. They couldn't understand how the heir and grandson of the Wells family could go to Orris Hill and return so utterly broken, as if they'd survived some kind of disaster. When everyone saw the words carved into the foreheads of Keon and his 4 men, They were all speechless.